Hello, ladies Metal Gen, and look who got partnered. Holy shit. And I have almost 3k subs, so another holy shit. But that's not what this video is gonna be about. Uh, this video is gonna be about the American Tier 7 Tank Destroyer, the third one, the T25/2. So, is it any good or not? Well, it is not, to be honest. I wanted to like it, and I do like it, but compared to some other tanks, it's not that good. So, this thing comes after the Hellcat, which was really good and probably the best tier 6 tank in the game, and that is one of the reasons which makes this tank a bit worse, is that you have quite a high expectations of it, but that's not the only problem. If you compare this one to the Hellcat, it basically gets the same gun, and the gun is alright. And the thing about the gun, it's a medium tank's gun. This is not a TD's gun, so this is not a tank destroyer. This is a medium tank, and as a medium tank, it is quite slow. Well, it's not. Can't call it slow. Well, it's not quick for a medium tank. And another thing for a medium tank, look at the hit points. Only 850 for a tier 7, when other tier 7 medium tanks have 1 point something, 1.1k. So you can't brawl with this thing. And basically, to play this tank good, you always have to have all the cards on your enemies. You always have to have advantage. You always have to outplay your enemy, and then you can kill him. You can't kill your enemies just by aggressive play and being abusive. Just you have to always be patient. You always have to be held down, because this, even though the hull armor is utter garbage, the turret is quite troll. The gun mantlet is quite troll. You have the roof thing that doesn't count as tank, so you can't do damage through the roof. And the gun is good enough. The reload is quite nice, and your DPM is pretty good. As you see, I'm doing quite a lot of American tanks lately, and this will be something as of a thing for the future. I am going full retard on the Americans, so I'm more or less grinding 4 lines at the same time: the medium, the heavy, and both TDs. So I'm at tier 7 at the medium, tier 7 at the heavy, tier 8 at the turreted TDs, and I'm about to get the tier 8 on the non-turreted TDs as well. So you can expect to see a lot of American tanks in the future. So if you're interested in that, then you will have a good time here. But back to the case. So this tank, what is the issue with it? As you see, well, basically I described the issue. It's quite simple. You don't have enough hit points to be a medium tank, and you don't have a gun good enough to be a tank destroyer. And comparing this to the Hellcat, it got the same gun, but for a tier it was a really hard hitting gun with really nice penetration. For this tier it isn't anymore. If this thing wanted to be like a Hellcat, it needed the 105, the gun that the other tier 7 American tank destroyer gets, but it doesn't, so you have to play it accordingly. So this is the medium tank you wanna be held down. And look at this game, by the way. This game basically, well, I didn't do that much. I was more or less a support tank, and I didn't take the hits for my team, but other tanks did, and I supported them. But look at those Centurions. 2 tier 9s basically lost them the game. They were sitting in the base for the whole game. 2 tier 9, top tier medium tanks. Just horrible play. And I have, well, I'm sad for the enemy team. Let's just put it that way. And this is the most MLG kill for, well, not a kill, but this is the most MLG play I've done in a while. Look at this power slide, and fuck you, Yak Panther. That fucking slide. That was quite fun, but oh well. Not gonna get the kill on this one, and he busts my turret. And I'm pretty sure this game will be over, but since this game is so short, I'm gonna put another one in on the same map. This map, Westfield, is one of the better maps for this tank, so yeah. How to play this tank? Well, let's start with the equipment. I use rammer, optics, and binos. That's my more or less standard equipment where I'm power grinding tanks, because shooting is easy. Everybody can try to shoot. Everybody can pretend that he's shooting, but spotting, most of the people doesn't even know how spotting works. So optics and binos are my thing, and I tend to spot for my team, and that's how I win. And again, Westfield, same map, way better matchmaking, and yeah, same map, same side, and the same play. To be honest, this is how you want to play it. This spot is really nice because you can you control. You have the cards. You peek when you want. You shoot when you want. and usually have people to shoot at as well, because usually there's a lot of idiots on this map. For crew skills, 6 times repairs. Don't bother with camo. This is not a TD, so you don't want to hide in camp. Recon, situational awareness, snapshot, smooth ride, all the usual good stuff. And yeah, here you can see the gun metal of this thing. I have around 170 penetration, something like that. So the gun metal can eat those shots, and the roof can as well. Here's a little demonstration. That one went in the roof, did no damage, penetrated the roof, but there's no tank behind that. And yeah, this is what you want to do. You want to just abuse the idiots in the enemy team and just kill them, like I did in the last game, like I will do in this game as well. And here I took one in the roof as well, again, did no damage. So that's how you want to use this armor. If you're looking for a good tier 7 American tank with this kind of level of gun depression and everything, take the T20 instead of this. This is basically the same gun, and well, it gets around 2 second more reload, but it has 1000 more hit points, and you can actually play that thing way more aggressively. But it's still quite the same gameplay. You still want to be held down because it has non-existing armor as well, but it's better than this thing just because it gets more hit points, about the same gun depression, about the same gun. But yeah, these things are not bad if you play them right. You can have good time. The problem is when you cannot go hull down, then you are kind of screwed, because this thing, when you're not hull down, this thing is huge. It has huge silhouette, and the enemies won't miss you, and they will always penetrate as well. So always hull down, even when the game seems to be won. Try to play passive. Try to always have the edge. Try to always have somewhere to retreat so you can't get caught out, because basically what it takes to kill one of these is 2 KV-1SS shots and you're dead. As simple as that. Things like KV-2s one-shot these things, and yeah, so don't be aggressive. Like now, I'm just being patient, looking around, and taking the shots I can. I don't rush. Well, now I will. In fact, now I will play silly, and it's kind of funny. I actually noticed this only when I watched the replay myself, but at this point I so focused on this 87 that I actually didn't notice that I spot Artie right behind me, and he just fired, and I didn't notice that. That's so silly. I had no clue that Artie was behind me, and the funny thing is, I will not notice him behind me even now. I have no clue that he's behind me. I'm just driving away. I have no clue that he's there, and he dies now. So yeah, this is sort of a GG already. But yeah, this is not a bad tank. It's not very good either. It's alright. I mean, you have to be careful. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.